Oh, you mentioned that the contamination comes up to building 1222. I don't remember, but did you do any sampling under that slab to determine that the debris did not extend under the slab?
Yeah, this would be a good one to go back to the slide, I think.
Yeah, this is touching back on, or it's before my time, Dale, I apologize for that, the sampling that might have occurred, or that did occur to delineate the actual excavation boundary. Dave, perhaps you have a little insight into that?
Slide 19.
There.
Just to clarify, Dale, are you referring to recent sampling events or to 2007?
I'm just referring to what he said.
No, to clarify, previous sampling, you mean like with the recent sampling events that Bryce did, or are you talking about when?
Well, how do you know that there's nothing underneath that building if you haven't sampled? I don't care if it's previous or recent. You would have had to have sampled underneath the building to be assured that you don't have to pull that building down.
It depends upon the whole data set for Site 12, and that was subject to actually something that Bryce did as part of the feasibility study. If we had any evidence that there would be something near the foundation, we would have gone underneath it as part of his project. If there was anything around it to suggest that there's something underneath it. If we're not going underneath it, then there is nothing that would cause us to believe that there is the data to support it.
Okay, all right, so the line is just there because it makes sense to put it there.
Correct. Some of these lines are a function of common sense as far as, site control.
When you finish and you want to reopen Perimeter Road, are you going to have to test the soil and make sure that the surface soil to make sure that some stuff didn't fall out that was contaminated?
Yes. So as part of the radiological controlled area, that's all governed by a license, state of California license. So CB9 is doing the work as part of their license requirements. It's also part of the contract. Yes, they would certainly survey out. So as they're withdrawing or demobilizing, we will have a complete survey of the perimeter road. Yes.
I did not see that in the document.
Okay. I will make a note to look for that. It's more, and that's why the way I responded is it's a license requirement, not necessarily a Navy imposed requirement. So this is something that we know that they do per their license. Anytime a contractor takes over a certain area, they can't just pull down the fences and walk away. So their license says that they have to actually do some sort of scanning or verification that there's no spilled contamination before they leave. So whether it's in the work plan or not, we could certainly add that. And I think you're going to add some comments to the document.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and throw that in there.
The document also states that the soil will be covered, the soil piles will be covered, not sprayed. So is the document incorrect, or is this a change that has come about since that document was produced? Because the document also says you're going to start work in January.
Yeah, so Ray, help me out on this. Past projects, have we covered, I don't want to speak out of turn here, have we physically covered stockpiles in the past?
In past projects prior to the heavy use of the gorilla snot, we did put 10 mil layers of poly on top of the piles.
Okay.
But we found the gorilla snot was more effective and safer and easier to maintain.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then it's not stated in the document that that's
That'll
what you're
have to be corrected.
Yeah, and hopefully there's a loose term that just talks about soil stabilization. And this would obviously be a
No, it
comparable
says
technique.
covered.
It says actually covered. Okay. Again, if you want to add that comment, we can clarify. Yeah, it's tough for us to be super specific only, and then if we want to go plastic, we want to have that flexibility. So.
And also it mentions that you're going to use a windsock.
Yes. Yeah,
So
and
that's in addition to everything. What's the windsock for?
So the windsock will tell you wind direction at any specific point in time. So we have a little weather station that will continuously document the directional wind flow.